About 12 years ago, it was just before Christmas, Margaret took a aneurysm in her brainstem. Margaret is literally paralysed down one side. She can't, no movement in her arm. She did get back a little movement in her leg, which allows her to walk about the house with the aid of a walking aid. So when Margaret did get released from hospital, it wasn't an easy part of our lives because we had to get a package drawn up for her, and at that particular time, the only person we could rely on was our daughter.
It was very difficult because my mum she couldn't do anything. She couldn't even sit up.
How she got me a bread.
And I was doing it all by myself,
and to hold
doing
your hands up
70 plus hours a week, and eventually I had to hold my hands up to the social worker and say, I really can't cope, we need extra help.
When they started doing the review, and it was down to minutes and etc. for Margaret showering, and a lot of things you couldn't really do in that particular time. So then that's when we got in touch with Bex and Amanda, who worked for Carr, Gomm. And they were a great help to us because a lot of things that would have just went straight over our head, they drew the social work's attention to quite a lot of things,
So we worked together between community contacts and Alec and Margaret to ensure that they had the information that they needed to make the right decisions, to know what to say when they met with social workers, to understand the legislation that was in place around those rights, and basically to be a listening ear. There was a lot of stress and anxiety around the whole process and a feeling of not being listened to. So there was a lot of time spent building up a relationship as well.
Fortunately, when our care package was coming to fruition, there was an ILF fund, and we applied to get extra care, to get Margaret out and about and etc. So therefore we considered ourselves one of the very lucky ones, and we were very lucky because it just makes a difference to Margaret's life, that she can get out and about and do her own thing, without me having to be there all the time.
We go in the morning, we get your exercises done so that she's kind of a bit more mobile, help her out of bed. Then we deal with all your personal care, get her up, shower, get her hair done.
And I'm very lucky she's a hairdresser. So I get my hair done like twice a week, which is a great boost to a woman.
I like my mum always to look immaculate. I'm always wear, and nothing that should ever change just because you've got a disability. And we help you around the house with daily chores, ironing,
I do
shopping.
all my own iron, but I've got to get somebody to straighten it on the ironing board.
It's just basically doing all the tasks around the house that you can't do with two hands. We help you out with.
Yes, a helping hand.
And it allows my dad to go away, I walk with his dogs and give him a bit of peace and quiet.
Oh, yes, because a house full of women drives them nuts. No, and that's been honest, he goes away out of it and comes back a different person.
Yeah.
Why did you go for a little walk?
You don't go through something like this without having problems. And you do have problems along the line, and self-directed support is good when it works, as I said before. But when it doesn't work, it can bring a lot of problems, And now that we've got my grandchild back from Germany, she stayed in Germany, it's just changed our lives completely because it does give you a purpose back, because it's so easy to lose this purpose in your life and then you get into a rut and it's very, very difficult to get out of it,
I would always think we will look to Carr Gomm for support because you were so good. And you always kept in touch to ask how we were, popped in. You were just amazing. I don't think we would have got through this last year, we wouldn't have got through it. I think everything would have fallen apart. And as a family, we would have fallen apart as well.
Now we're 18 months later from when I first met Alec and Margaret. Things are in a very different place. Their granddaughter's returned back home from Germany. Life has taken a different course now. They've got caring responsibilities for her and spend a lot of time with her, watching her grow up and develop. And I just get the sense that the family understand where they're at and what their rights are, and are much more able to speak up for themselves and say what it is that they need.
Bye-bye.